Hey everybody, I want to welcome you to JC Impact Leadership. I'm Brother Jackie and I'm the host of this very special time, and I want to thank you for tuning in. Man, we're getting a lot of people that are engaging and the feedback has been phenomenal, and I want to thank you for that. We've been talking about leadership development, a subject that I absolutely love, and I'm going to go ahead and admit something to you. I am still learning a ton doing this, and I try to keep these things short so that I don't bore you to death with all this stuff. But there's so much more to talk about. I hope that you're just going to get a little bit to motivate you, so that you can kind of go to our website at jcimpact.org and get some more information that will help you in leadership. Well, we've been talking about creating a right environment. We've been talking about investing in your potential leaders. And today I want to talk to you about beginning a building work in them. Not just identifying them, but now you're going to begin to build into them. And, you're going to take part of you and put into them. And I like that thought, building potential leaders by making an investment in them. And so I want to kind of just give you a few little nuggets that I hope will help you. And the very first one's going to shock you, I believe. That is, if you're going to build into potential leaders by investing in them, you got to choose a leadership model for yourself, because you can't give what you don't have. And I believe that if you're going to be the person that's going to help other people grow, then you've got to constantly and continually be growing yourself. And so you've got to choose a model that you're going to allow to invest in your life. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's multiple people, but what I want to encourage you to do is don't become stagnant and satisfied yourself, because you want to constantly get freshness in you so that you can deposit it into other people. And then you want to set up a mentoring relationship with those potential leaders. You want to help mentor them in the people that you want them to be developed into. And I want to give you a couple of things that you may want to write down. I've learned that in mentoring leaders, the very first thing that I really think is valuable is you have to ask the right questions. I've learned that when you ask questions, man, you get a world of information. So when you're building into a potential leader, you want to make sure that you ask questions and give them a chance to respond. I've learned that you can learn a lot by asking the right questions. And so you want to make sure you do that. And then clarify your level of expectation. When you're investing in a potential leader, make sure that they have clarity of what you expect from them. And by doing that, you will eliminate guesswork, you'll eliminate confusion. You want to be able to establish boundaries. You want to be able to do that. So I think so many people get frustrated in leadership because the person that they're reporting to doesn't ask the right question and doesn't set the right expectations for them, and because of that, they struggle with that. So you got to make sure that you're doing that, and then immediately put into effect what you're learning about that person and how you want to mentor them and grow them. Put it into effect. Don't ask the right questions and then clarify the expectations and then kind of hem haul around and say, well, we'll get back together, and a year from now you're still doing that. Don't do that. Go ahead and immediately put into effect what you're wanting them to do and how you want them to grow. I think one of the most frustrating things outside of not knowing the expectation is knowing when are they going to release me to do this. And so I think that you need to immediately kind of engage them in that. And then the last thing I want you to make sure you understand with this mentoring process is reward your mentor with your own progress. That is, tell them how they're helping you be a better leader, how they're helping the organization be a better organization. In other words, I think that so many times we think that the only way we can reward somebody is by giving them more money. And, that's part of the process. But I think in addition to that, you don't have to always just give them more and more money. Give them recognition, give them reports, let them know how their investment of their leadership is making a positive difference in the organization. I guess you could just nail it down by bragging on them. Brag on them, let them know what they're doing good. And I believe that when you're developing people, you constantly yourself be growing, develop a mentor type process, and then watch this, write this down, establish trust with them. You see, I'm a firm believer that this trust thing is foundational in any type of leadership development. Trust, and I'm going to give you a couple of words with that acronym. The first thing is trust, T, time. Invest time in them. And then R, respect them. Give your potential leaders respect. Don't try to downgrade them or cause them to feel like a second class citizen. You respect them. And then the U, unconditional positive regard. Show acceptance of them unconditionally. You gotta make sure that they know you're behind them. You're going to support them. And then S, sensitivity. Be sensitive to people. Anticipate feelings and needs of the potential leader. And then the T is touch. Give positive affirmation, pat them on the back, let them know you're good, they're good. A handshake, a high five, a fist bump, a pat on the back, whatever you got to do. Way to go, Joe. I hear you, Sue. Way to do it. That's great, man. You helped us be successful this week. Your contribution was invaluable. I'm proud of you. You're good. Just kind of develop that trust factor. And I believe that as you do that, you're going to see that happen. And be a person that gives encouragement often, freely. Give it often. Be an encourager to people around you. That's vitally important. And then remember this, be consistent. Be consistent with them. Consistency is crucial. It's a crucial part in developing potential leaders in your organization. You want to encourage them and you want to be consistent. I like this. I like this word I'm about to give you in leadership development. Be predictable. You got to be a predictable leader in order to lead leaders. Don't be one thing today and another thing tomorrow. They don't ever know whether they're going to get Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde. Don't do all that. Be predictable, and I believe that you'll see some positive things happen. It's a leader's job to add significance to the lives of leaders around them. We need to add value to people. We need to make sure that we make them feel like that they're valuable to us. And I want to make sure that you understand the importance of that. And one of the great discoveries a man makes as you develop people is to help a man or a woman find that they can do what they thought they couldn't do. And as you develop your potential leaders and you encourage them and you help them and you propel them, they're going to begin to realize, wow, I can do this. And I didn't think I could, but I can. A good leader helps people accomplish that with people around them. And then, I want to say this in closing and helping developing potential leaders. I believe this. Now listen to me. I believe nothing hurts the morale and the potential accomplishment in a person than giving people, asking them to do something that and then not giving them resources to do it. That's frustrating. So you want to make sure that as you're participating and you're partnering and you're preparing your potential leaders, encourage them, be consistent, help them to accomplish things that they thought they couldn't accomplish, and give them the tools that they need to do the job and do it effectively, efficiently, and help them to be able to have the resources that they need. There's a lot wadded up in here, guys, a lot of stuff that we're talking about, but I hope you got a little bit of a nugget that will help you as you prepare potential leaders. Again, we could talk about this forever, but I just want to help you be better in helping other leaders around you. So thanks for tuning in. Hey, go to our website, JC Impact. Check us out there. Give us some feedback. We're always glad to hear that. I believe in you. You are a leader.